Hey you! Yes you! Do you want to be the next Clix, Mongraal or Benjifishy? Then you better stay tuned because today we're going to be discussing how to box fight like a pro. Anyways guys, make sure to smash that sub button and smash that like button and enjoy the show. Okay guys, starting off with something which is known as the peanut butter peak, which is probably a fundamental to box fighting. Now many of you advanced players watching this video will probably already know how to do this, so you can go ahead and skip towards a later part in the video where I show how to counter it. But for the new players, the peanut butter peak is simply an edit play with a jump shot. So how to do this guys is you want to position yourself to the left hand side of the wall and edit the wall like so. Once you have edited the wall, you just then want to jump up and shoot the opponents. Now the reason it works so well is because you have that right camera angle and you're also protected by the wall for the majority of the time. You're only exposed when actually going for the jump shot, but you're exposed for such a short time that your opponent will have to have lightning fast reflexes and reaction time in order to get a shot off. This makes it a very high reward, low risk scenario compared to other traditional edits like the window edit, which was very high reward but also high risk. By doing this edit guys, you'll see you'll start to win a load more box fights because you'll be dealing more damage and taking minimal in return. Okay guys, moving on to the next tip, which is a tip I haven't seen many pro players using, but can be really effective if used correctly. It involves editing an arc, which isn't a common edit in the first place, and hence the reason it caught me off guard in this clip, as I'm sure will catch many other players by surprise too. So pretty much all you want to do is you want to edit an arc when your opponent is pickaxing a wall. If you time it right, they'll hit thin air, and then it leaves them surprised and vulnerable to a free pump to the face. Now guys, obviously this won't work in every situation, but if you do time it correctly and use it in the proper situation, it can really give you the advantage in a box fight and could be the reason you win. On to the next tip, which is known as the Mongraal Classic. The Mongraal Classic is simply just a combination of builds and edits at a very great speed. It involves placing a wall, editing that wall, placing a ramp over the opponent's head, editing it in half, and then getting the easy shotgun shot. Now guys, it is still good in certain situations, however many players now know how to counter it, either just by editing out the bottom or side of their box. So instead of learning to place a ramp, I suggest learning to place a pyramid or cone because it prevents them from editing out the bottom. This will catch majority of players off and give you the opportunity to get an easy shot, especially if combined with the peanut butter peak. Alternatively guys, you can still place a ramp over the player, just make a different edit. Instead of slicing the ramp in half, you can make a U shape. I saw this on itsJerian's channel guys, give credit to him, but pretty much all you do is you make a U shape with the ramp. The player in the box won't be expecting it and allows you to get an easy shot off. The edit you make, although it will still be a U shape, heavily depends on the position the opponent is in the box. If the opponent is on the right side, you're going to then start the edit from the left side, and if the opponent is on the left hand side of the box, you're going to start from the right hand side. Guys, this technique is known as the Kisaki Classic, so next time our opponent is trapped under your ramp, instead of slicing it in half, use this method instead. Okay guys, so the next tip is simply known as the Benjifishy phasing technique, and all this is simply just phasing through a ramp in order to get an unexpected shot off on your opponent. Okay guys, all you need to do this technique is simply just have your back against any wall in the box. You then can place a ramp or edit a ramp and you'll phase straight through to get that unexpected shot off on your opponent. Now guys, if you're done and you get that shot, you simply can then jump up and your ramp will be fully built and give you protection against your opponent. This is why it's such a good technique, and this is why I recommend practicing and learning how to do it, especially at a great speed, because guys, I promise you, if you can master it, you will become better. Anyways guys, moving on to the next tip. Now this tip is actually from Martoz, who's actually an insane player. This guy's fakes and jukes are ridiculous. So make sure all 10 subs, go check him out, go sub to him. I know it won't really help him much, but yeah, sad times. Please make sure to like and subscribe guys, help me out. But anyways, moving on guys. So this guy, his jukes are ridiculous. Now guys, if you can make plays like this, more plays like this, where your opponent cannot predict what you're gonna do, guaranteed you'll start to win more box fights. These above clips, for example, the guys had no clue what was happening, and that's why he was able to win the fight. Okay guys, the final tip, how to counter the peanut butter peak. Now guys, this is pretty simple. All you want to do is simply place a ramp, and then while walking forward, you want to edit that ramp in an L shape. What will happen? You'll be more elevated off the ground, and you'll be able to see the person when they jump shot a lot more clearly, meaning that you can also get a shot off of your own, compared to before where it would be very difficult to actually even hit them. So guys, by doing this, you're able to get a shot off them. But guys, I do recommend having a decent amount of HP to do this, because like I said, you'll probably also get hit, but at least you're getting a trade. Yeah, anyways guys, thank you so much for watching guys. Please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe button, and please share this with all your friends. Thanks so much guys. Woo!